If you're looking for a channel, keep it real and spitting facts. No need to look further. Gangsta Moji where it's at.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, keep it real.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, you can feel. If you looking for a channel, keep it real and spitting facts. No need to look further. Gangsta Moji where it's at.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, we keep it real.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, you can feel.
Welcome back, Hunty. It is your girl, Miss Leda, and I am back with another video. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day, just like I am. But if you're not, I pray that your tomorrow will be better than today, okay? So today, y'all, we're going to get into a little video. Last night was interesting, and so I'm going to share my thoughts with you guys about something that transpired last night. So hold on to your wigs and to your hats because it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. So last night was very interesting, and I guess I should start from the beginning. For those of you who know, last year was a very difficult time at the end of the year for Gangsta and myself, as well as our YouTube channel and the family. But you know, it just seemed like it was a never-ending cycle, and Gangsta was being called numerous names, and I had learned so much about myself that I had never known about myself. So it was amazing, you know, like I was married to Gangsta, that I was fired from the feds because I was a snitch. Like, none of that is true whatsoever. But a lot of the camaraderie had came from Wicked Angel and her crew. And so it wasn't how we initially began our communication on YouTube. You know, we had a conversation on YouTube. You know, me and Gangsta had actually gone to her panel, and things seemed to have worked out a great deal when we were on the panel. And then it just all of a sudden took a turn for the worse. And so it was kind of like we were at mutual combat, you know, we were going backwards and forwards, and it just kind of kept going from there. So, you know, it just got to a very ugly place. Now let's fast forward to last night. Last night, I'm sitting at home and I get a text message from Gangsta, and he says, Wicked Angel wants me to join her panel. My first thought was, oh, hell no. Like, we not finna start fighting. We not finna do none of this. No. But I told him, you know, go ahead. Go on up there. Like, go on up there because I've heard that she really wanted to talk to you. And so let's give her the benefit of the doubt and let's see what the conversation is going to be about. So when I joined the chat last night, the first thing I had heard is, no, that's not the 3D character. That has to be someone who's fake, just messing with us, because the 3D character doesn't want to speak to me at all. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh shit, maybe I done gave Gangsta the wrong advice, because it sounds like we're walking into something. And so Gangsta had placed in the chat, you know, well, why do you want me to come onto the panel? And Wicked had replied back, you know, you came on the panel before. Why can't you come on the panel now? So I was thinking, ooh, I don't like the tone. I don't like the temperament. It's this finna to be a knockout, drag out. And so next thing I know, I see Gangsta says, drop the link. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Let me get ready. So I'm texting Glenn and I'm telling Glenn, like, hey, come join Wicked's live. And he was like, for what? And then, you know, I'm trying to explain to him at the same time. I'm trying to listen, trying to see what's going on. And he comes over and we're sitting in the chat. And I hear Wicked say, you know, in regards to last year, we started off on a really good note. you know, and it took a turn for the worse. And she said, I apologize. I thought, oh shit, wait a minute. Am I hearing things? And so she said, I apologize. She said, because I should have talked to you before I put the information that I did out there. And then she went to further look into it and found out that Gangster had not been charged. He had been charged, but he had not been indicted for the things that he was accused of. And he wasn't even on a registry, which is something that they make in any area a person who has committed a sexual act do. They make them register. So that way everyone will know that they're an offender of a sexual assault. And so it was very touching to hear the words, I'm sorry, and the explanation behind it. I must say that I really thought it was going to be something that was going to cause more chaos and bring more drama and everything else. So what I want to say is anybody can have arguments, they can have disagreements, and you can look at it and think, God, this is never going to change. Every time that we get onto this internet, it's always going to be on site. We're going to be going toe to toe, blow for blow. But this was a big step towards change. And I can't thank Wicked enough for apologizing and for Gangsta apologizing as well. That took a lot of, how can I say it? A lot for them to both to apologize and to put their feelings to the side and be bigger people and apologize. Let the past be the past. So many of YouTubers I've seen do not apologize for situations that have arisen onto the YouTube platform. And to see both of them to conduct themselves in a manner as grown adults and be able to apologize to one another is definitely something that is commendable. I truly want to thank Wicked and Gangster for setting a good example for other YouTubers, to let them know that even though you may have some trials and tribulations, you can overcome them. It just takes time and it takes prayer. It, like I say, it definitely was something that I wasn't expecting, but I'm so grateful that God allowed it to happen. So, like I say, I'm just grateful that God allowed it to happen and that they could put things to the side. Now, I do want to say a couple of things because, yes, it was some negative comments in the chat. And I'll never try to alter anyone's feelings or thoughts in regards to how they feel. I respect their feelings. They're entitled to their feelings, most definitely. But I will say this. Not once did Gangster bash Erica last night at all. Now, what he did say is that he believed a vast majority of the things that she has been putting out recently, because he said it was things that they had spoken of, that she had spoken of to him when they were friends and they were having a conversation. And so, he definitely said that he felt like the stuff that she was putting out there was true, that it wasn't any type of false narratives. Now, one of the questions was, did he feel like she had changed? And a lot of people were upset because his original answer was no. I don't think she's changed. But what they weren't looking at was the fact that he was basing his comment off of things that had transpired in the past, in regards to him and Love by Erica and their situation and things that they had gone through. But then what he said, and I think that people failed to realize or didn't care to hear because they had originally heard that no. He came back, and as a man, he said, you know what? I'm wrong. Let me correct myself. She very well could have changed during this time frame that we haven't been speaking. I don't know. So I'm wrong to say that she hasn't changed. And I thought that was very big of him. However, countless people missed that because they had already heard him say no in the beginning. They missed the fact that this gentleman came back and said she very well could have changed because he hadn't spoken to her and he hadn't been around her. So he didn't know. He could only base it off of the past and what has happened in the past. But God can change anyone and he can change any situation. Just look at what happened last night where him and Wicked were both able to be on a panel, and it wasn't them name calling with each other. They were apologizing and moving past everything that transpired. I thought that was remarkable. I thought it was remarkable. And although people did not agree with some of the things that Gangsta said, I would never stand up for him if I felt that he was wrong in any way. But he did not bash that young lady. In fact, he said in this situation, he would have to say that he was Team Erica. And so the only thing that he can say in regards to do he think that she had changed was based upon past behaviors and past interactions, which made him extremely standoffish and made him to respond the way that he responded. But again, if you listened at what he said after that was, you know what, let me take that back. I can't say that she hasn't changed because I haven't been around her in all these months, all this time frame. Anything can happen. So all I can tell you guys is be willing to hear a person out. Listen to what they have to say in its entirety and be able to move on from the past. Not everyone is going to have the same conclusion in regards to people, but at least give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the reason why they feel the way they feel. You never know what a person has endured when going through situations with others, and you never know why they may feel the way that they feel. So that's all I can say in that regards. You know, I definitely, like I say, I definitely appreciated the fact that Wicked had initiated the conversation with an apology, and she recognized how strong that relationship or friendship that Gangsta had with me, Glenn, and his wife, and others within the community. So I definitely, I am appreciative of that, extremely appreciative. The last thing I want to say, Wicked could have very well took on the same mannerisms and attitude and behavior as her chat in regards to their thoughts and feelings about Gangsta. But she didn't. She was trying her hardest to mend the relationship between him and Love by Erica and try to see if she could start or give them a fresh start and start anew. Some things have definitely transpired in the past. And so the only thing that we can do is move forward. And again, she had the fighting and the disrespect had taken place on YouTube. And so, again, it is very commendable for both of them to make sure that as loud as the disrespect was on YouTube, that's how their apology was on YouTube. That they apologized to one another on YouTube, the same platform that it took place on. So that was something, again, that is very commendable because a lot of others have wronged YouTubers and didn't bother to apologize. So, I see you, girl. That's all I can say. I see you. I see you making strides. Well, that's all that I have to say, guys. So until next time, I'm your girl, Miss Leda, and I'm out this thing. Peace.
Another day, another story. Keep it gangsta with Gangsta Moji.
Keep it gangsta.
Another day, another story. Keep it gangsta with